Dinosaurs are a favorite of many people. There's a reason Jurassic Park has such a cult following. Sure, not all of the dinosaurs are from the Jurassic period, and they may or may not have had feathers, but who doesn't want to visit the Danger Zoo? It's now a huge franchise with a trilogy that's still going strong. You may have played a few Jurassic Park games by now. I'm thinking of the new LEGO games, and the oddly themed park like Jurassic World Evolutions. What about Warpath? Jurassic Park, on the other hand. This was an EA dinosaur fighting game for the PlayStation 1, and it's a lot of fun. Plus, you get to play as dinosaurs, which is a huge plus. So, this one might seem a little strange at first. Ratchet & Clank, the renowned PlayStation gaming characters that debuted in 2002, are a video game adaptation in what way? That's because the 2016 film is a retelling of the 2002 game, and the 2016 tie-in game is a retelling of the 2016 film as well. It's a lot to process. However, the game was created to promote the film. Because Ratchet & Clank already had a working gameplay formula, the game received a better response than the film, making it one of the rare cases where an adaptation outperforms the original work. Just don't get too caught up in the jargon. The Matrix is like its own universe. What better moment to acknowledge the canon Matrix games than now, with the forthcoming sequel reboot remake cinematic thing. There's The Matrix Online, Path of Neo, and Enter the Matrix. You can play as Ghost or Niobe in Enter the Matrix, both with their own playstyle and plot. Path of Neo is a loose retelling of the films with additional scenes. Then there's the internet. The Wachowskis promoted the picture as a continuation of the series on social media, which could explain why the original Morpheus isn't in the future film. Tron is a fascinating show. Originally heralded as a watershed moment in the use of computer images in films, it faded from prominence as technology became increasingly widespread, relegated to the occasional Disney remake. Tron, on the other hand, was established as a result of a passion for video games, thus it's only natural that it would have its own collection of games. You could argue the Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best Tron game, but that would be a lie. Let us instead concentrate on the classic arcade games. There was the first, which was mainly based on the original game, and featured a variety of themed minigames. Discs of Tron, the arcade sequel, was more independent, and an early example of a 3D world in games, released in 1983. Stalker began as a book called Roadside Picnic in 1972, before the original authors and director Andrei Tartakovsky converted it into a film. Then there were the games, which were not adaptations, but rather obvious inspirations. All of them were situated in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, and you play as the titular stalkers. Many of the original Ukrainian developers went on to create 4A games, which also makes literary adaptations like Metro. All of these games have a long history that can be traced, as well as the care that has gone into their environment.